Welcome to the Primetime 585 podcast. My name is Karen Iglesia, co-founder of Primetime 585. In studio, we got the big boss in studio. We got Sean, the chief engineer here at News 8 in studio. Julio's playing hooky. He's at the NFL draft. And I'm joined by Coach Johnson. He's got his own seat today. And of course, the luckiest man in Section 5, LG, because he's married to me. Hi, Gerard.
Wow, I'm blessed.
You're welcome.
I think Anthony, our son Anthony, I think he thinks we're going to get a divorce.
Oh, can we hope? I can't, Shard, I can't break another one in. Like I said, it's been 32 years. It took 31 to break him in. I can't. Why would Anthony think we're getting a divorce? I mean, like, why did he get my hopes up?
Because you gave him you gave me a compliment to him.
Lord.
He said, "Is Mom okay?" Because that was the first one since May 8th, 2012.
I mean, I gotta.
Wow.
Rashard, this is what I said to Anthony. See, they be trying to play me, right? So I said to Anthony, because Anthony calls us every day. I said to Anthony, I said, you know what? Your dad be doing the dad thing good. He might, he a little bit iffy with the husband thing, but he definitely like a 10 with the dad thing, right? So Anthony on the phone talking about, Mom, you okay? Are you okay? You giving dad a compliment? Are you sick?
Well, I got my priorities right. Kids first.
Kids first.
Yeah, and you like 322.
And that's fine. I love you. So Rashard, you're a girl dad, right?
Yeah.
You're a girl dad. Do you still baby your girls? I know that's they're girl. Do you baby them?
Of course. They get a flat tire. You got to cry with them now.
I thought you were going to say you got to go and help them.
Well, you got to go help. But you got to first get through the emotional, oh my God, I got a flat tire. But you're in the driveway. Yes.
But you're in the driveway. Took me out.
Yeah, it's different.
He a girl that because Anthony calls us every day. Like some people, they have a problem with their kids calling them. Like, I haven't heard from my kids in 3 days. I ain't heard from my kid in 30 minutes. Anthony called us every hour. I'm like, he need a friend or something. Because, listen, he need a friend. But let's get right into it. We're going to start off with Thomas versus Mercy flag football. This was the battle of the unbeatens.
Yeah.
Gerard, talk about this game. First of all, I dropped you off at the game because we got there right when you were starting. Yeah. So I dropped Gerard off so I could go park. You barely got there when there's a first 6 seconds, there's a pick six.
Yeah, pick six by Olivia
Bummel-J.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I just got there just in time. And 6 seconds in, first play.
She's an athlete. She's one of the top flag pullers in Section 5, right? Mm-hmm. Both defenses were incredible. Yeah. Was incredible. Olivia Zizzo was, she got a late touchdown to seal the game, but Olivia Bummel-J with the pick six with 10 seconds into the game or less than that, put Thomas up 6-0. Jazzy Ely, and we're going to talk about them in a little bit more later, was, in Mercy's backfield. She was camped out back there. Little Jazzy was camped out, Gerard.
She's one of the fastest girls in flag football.
I'm going to talk to Rashard because I got to see some of these girls play. I'm going to ask Rashard after this how flag football and track, because a lot of them are doing both. Nevaeh Jackson with 11 flag pulls. Thomas is 7-0 on the season. For Mercy, Willis with the lone touchdown for Mercy. She's only a 10th grader. She's a talent.
She's another really
She's a really good talent. Shar, you covered some flag football over the since they started a couple years ago, right? How is track? Because a lot of these girls are track athletes. How's track and flag aligned?
Well, if you look at it, a lot of the girls, once they catch the ball, they're gone.
Yeah.
And you can tell the track athletes because they run for 20, 30 yards before the flag gets pulled. So track definitely helps them with the speed aspect of the game.
I can't remember her name from Aquinas. So we interviewed Aquinas. She went to States. Oh my, you've interviewed her a ton of times. Don't slip my mind. So, Aquinas have the state they have the state soccer girls on that team. They also got the sectional winners in basketball, And then I said, okay. And then two of the girls in the front was like, wait a minute, we went to States for track, you know.
Amira, they got a girl, Amira.
Oh, that's her name, yeah.
Yeah, her nephew played for 58 last year.
Oh, okay.
But she's a speedster. She went to nationals in 7th, 8th grade. I'm like, how are you doing dual sports? But she's that good. She's an athlete.
Okay.
And most track kids are athletes. So that's how it helps the most.
We find track, soccer, and basketball players.
Yeah, they look different out there.
Yeah.
Soccer especially. Soccer. Them soccer girls look different on the field, man. I'm just telling you, they look good. But Thomas is undefeated. Mercy got their first loss of this game, but Mercy's good. That Willis girl, she was a 10th grader.
Yeah.
She looks different when she's out there with the ball.
Yeah.
She just absolutely looked different. Just a talent.
And Laura Colston, the quarterback.
The quarterback,
Mercy,
yeah, and she was also on the basketball section winning team. Laura Colston was. But congratulations, Webster Thomas. They remain undefeated. The game I can't wait to watch was when they play Schrader.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game. That's the game I can't wait.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to some East versus some RCAC matchup. This game was in the pouring rain.
Oh, yeah.
When I tell you it was ridiculous how much rain was coming down. Gerard, talk about this game.
I don't know if I should talk about this game.
Go ahead. You got to tell what happened, though. You got to talk about what happened.
Well, there was a pick two. That rarity of all rarities.
Go ahead.
East intercepted it and ran the wrong way. For a safety.
Yes, for a safety.
She gone.
She was gone, though. She was happy. I was like this.
That wasn't the play right here, but yeah.
I said to myself, "It's not the wrong way she going." I was like, "Did I miss something?" She was so happy she was gone. Even there she is, yeah. And then the principal, Cam, was there, right? Talking about go, girl, go. I was like, that's the wrong way, girl. But at least she fast.
Yeah, and it stayed 2-0
for a while.
We said, "Oh my God, this was gonna be a 2-0 game."
But we didn't want it to be 2-0 because we don't want her to give the other team a win. You know what I'm saying, Sean? Like we don't want her. But then, of course,
Alani Miller Montgomery.
That's Paul
she bailed her out.
That's Paul Miller's niece. Yeah.
Yeah. She had a pick 6. And she also had 6 flag pulls. So that was the difference. East 7, Edison 2.
What I like about this team, it's a husband and wife in tandem. So Coach Van's wife, which is Coach Cassandra Van, she's the head coach. Yeah. And Coach Van, who's a football coach, as you're well aware, is her assistant coach. I think he's a defensive coordinator. So it's a husband-wife team coaching flag football. I like that. Yeah. I like that. She the boss, though.
It reminds me of another couple.
Well, as long as you know. As long as you know.
Both of them are the bosses, yeah.
So then, but last night, though, go ahead, Joe.
I was going to say, in that game, Tamira Nesmith, she also had an interception.
Yeah.
I want to mention her.
But last night, East they matched up with Monroe last night, right? They don't have the video, but they matched up with Monroe, and they got the 20-13 win. Tiana Martino also had a touchdown. Journey Akoff, who is an absolute athlete, 1 reception for a touchdown, an extra point. Brooklyn Cotto with a touchdown. Samaj Jackson with a receiving touchdown. Alani Miller Montgomery again with 10 flag pulls, an interception and a touchdown, and Martino with an interception. So they got back-to-back wins. So those RCAC matchup, Edison, East, Monroe, and that's what I love about flag football. And I talked about it before. And Rashad, you could let me know if you think, don't you think flag just equals a playing field between rural, suburban, and city schools? Like just being able to have flag football available for these girls in the city?
Yeah, because they, like you said, always say, there's no equipment needed. And when you look at these girls, this gives Edison some life. Edison sports have been their girls basketball was okay the last couple of years, but this gives Edison some life. I like the way these girls look.
I think it gives all these programs life because some of the best athletes are playing flag. And let's be honest, except for track, softball and lacrosse is the only other option.
There's not a lot of rural lacrosse teams.
And there's not a lot of city or any city girls lacrosse teams.
Yeah.
But this one girl, young lady from East, she plays basketball. She's the really good basketball
player.
Her.
Yeah,
so she has the size. She can play this another level.
And she can play That's what I was about to say. She could be a collegiate player, and it opens the other field to
Yeah.
give our kids more opportunity, including rural kids, because some of your Williamson girls are on the flag football team. So
in college now.
and playing. Yeah, they're playing. As a matter of fact, she went one of the highest. What we covered her last year. She went for flag, right?
Yeah, she's Division II right now.
Yeah,
with
because
the
there's no
highest.
Division I.
Yeah, and she's at that level playing and doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So I'm a strong believer of flag. So that was an RCAC match between East and Edison. All right, let's move over to some GLAX. Okay, Around the Court versus Canandaigua. Around the Court, man, they are gritty. They got 3 sisters on the team, the Bottiglier sisters. One is in 12th grade, one is in 10th, one is in 9th. All 3 bad. All 3 just bad. They were actually down, Gerard. First of all, Canandaigua, they eat, drink,
Yeah.
the lunch, dinner, brunch. That's all they do in Canandaigua. They're very big on their lacrosse. Canandaigua and Penyon got a lacrosse culture. So when you couldn't beat any lacrosse team from Canandaigua, boys or girls, that's like a big deal in Section 5, right? Arondico was actually down 3-1 at the half. They rallied back to earn the win against a very good Canandaigua team. Grace Bottiglier with 2 goals and 1 assist. Ellie Bottiglier had 2 assists. I think one was to her sister. Lila Velopek, the cousin plays on the boys team, had 1 goal. Lucy Whipple. Gerard, what accomplishment did Lucy Whipple have?
100th career goal.
Yeah,
she had 3 goals that game.
Yeah, she had 8 draw controls too. So congratulations, Lucy Whipple, on that milestone. That's a big milestone in lacrosse. Mm-hmm. And Mia Conine, she had 8 saves on the day. For Canandaigua, Macy Mueller had 2 goals. Leah Sheridan had 2 goals. Radical is 8-1. Radical making some noise in Section 5. Boys and girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boys and girls. So we ain't playing with them.
They like them close games too.
Man, that poor coaches be so stressed out. They be so stressed out. Let's talk about Brighton versus Webster Schrader, GLAX. Now, this one was covered by Anna Lemke, our youth council member. Brighton 9, Webster Schrader 7. This is only their 2nd win, so shout out to Brighton. They're working on. It's a younger team. They're a younger squad. Yeah. They're very young. Eva Holborough had 1 goal, 1 assist. Audrey Madison with 2 goals, Lucy Peters with 2 goals, Sarah Solomon with a goal, Lena Brunette with 2 goals, and Tatum Cook with a goal. And for Schrader, Molly Mayer, she was just on our show.
Yeah, she won the
She's a
hockey player
of the year. Yeah. She had 5 goals. She's just an athlete. If you were the hockey player of the year and you're going to drop 5 goals.
Remember them Bishop Kearney girls?
Yes.
But they were elite athletes.
Yeah, the hockey players.
They dominated in flag football, yeah.
I mean, just the routine of training for girls hockey is crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like, these girls are built different. Lola Wambach with 1 goal. Shay Kuhn also had 1 goal. Brighton came up with the win. Shout out to Anna Lemke for the coverage. Let's go right into Aquinas versus Grease Storm. We went to this game last night, Rashard. Listen. These 2 girls, Alexandria Stacy and Bryn Henry, between both of them, they had 17 goals. 17. We kept hearing the name over and over and over on the PA. 17 goals. And between both of them, and they both do the draw controls too. So draw controls in lacrosse, so important, Rashard, because if you ain't got the ball, you can't score.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you could be a very, very good team, but if you ain't got a good draw control person, it don't even matter.
And for those who are new to the program, draw control is like a face-off.
Yes, for the boy version of face-off. So that's when you go in the middle for people that's new, because everybody watch us. It's very, very pivotal. So they do the draw controls. Madison D. Batista with 2 goals and 1 assist, and Claire Acker with 1 goal.
I want to say, Alexandria Stacy, she had 9 goals, 2 assists.
Oh, yeah, we got to include that, 2 assists.
And Bryn Henry had 8 goals and 3 assists. Let me say something. The final score was 20-8. Uh-huh. It was 7-7.
Yeah.
It was a close game. We were like, oh, this is going to be close. And they went on a 13-1 run.
Well, their defense really took that serious. Like and I think I asked Bryn, I said, do you guys play differently when you're up that much? They said, no, we may play more people, but we take it serious because we have to use this opportunity to always get better. And that's a lacrosse. That's a lacrosse mentality. Mm-hmm. I want to do a PSA before we move on. So, Rashard, lacrosse parents, I know you don't cover lacrosse, but lacrosse parents are a little bit interesting. I'm going to call it that. Mm-hmm. They're a little bit interesting.
Passionate?
We're gonna call it passionate? Are we calling it passionate? All right, we're gonna call it passionate. We're gonna call it passionate. So
I guess we could call when Ant was playing, you were passionate too.
oh wow. Wow. Did we just yes he sure did. I was a
Let
little
her know
bit
where it
passionate.
Real
comes
quick,
from, right?
real quick story, okay? Ant would go do film, after the games.
Oh,
him and the whole
man.
team. And this one right here, during the game, she would be sitting right next to the people doing the videos.
Oops.
So they're doing camera, they're doing film work, and you could hear on the film, pass the ball. Why is he in there?
He can't make a free throw, it's free. So Anthony said every time he used to go to film, he'd turn to all his friends and be like, I'm sorry. Y'all know.
She's passionate. She's passionate.
Well, we're gonna call the lacrosse. If that's the case, we're gonna call them passionate, right? So games get really, really physical.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really physical sport, and sometimes we don't always have to agree with a call, or we're not officials, right? We can't change the outcome of a game,
Right.
and I think parents give us way too much credit that we have the power to change an outcome of the game.
Right.
So sometimes we might not even address that because we have nothing to do with us, right? We can't. So in lacrosse, especially after games, I get a lot of text messages. Oh yeah.
But they're the same as soccer, though.
Oh,
If you
really?
think about it, soccer parents are the same.
Yeah.
After those close games, when you're walking to the side, they're like, she tripped her.
Yeah,
or
that's what
she
happened.
said, like,
That's exactly what happened last night. Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah, we
happened.
missed it. We didn't even see that trip.
We didn't even see the trip.
I put my head up because I'm working a video, and I see this girl on the ground, and yeah.
yeah.
So soccer
We didn't know
players,
what
yeah.
happened, but
Yeah,
somebody
they-
told us what happened.
Yeah, they show us in my inbox underneath the videos. Like, you should have asked them about the trip. And then I said, but first of all, we don't critique officials. Referees, we don't do that. That's not part of, first of all, it's not good for our brand. Second of all, we're not in that moment, right? We're not in the moment. You're at games, you're at football games. We don't always agree with calls.
Right, right.
But what are we going to do? Talk about that on camera? How does that help us?
They really want you to go out there and talk to the ref. Like, you're right at the field, so they expect you
Yeah.
to go in. It's even the same as track. A kid false starts, they're like, show them the video.
Yes.
I can't show them the instant replay. Track, but
There's no replay in this.
think about it. Those lacrosse parents have been putting in a lot of work for a lot of years.
I
They
know.
spend a lot of money from Little League, so they're passionate.
Yeah.
I love lacrosse parents. When I did the Irondequoit sectional game last year, they were on me. Get the video. Did you see that stop? I don't even know what I'm watching. I'm just recording. But watching these videos, these lacrosse players, they run a lot of plays that you don't pay attention to if you don't know lacrosse.
Right.
Yeah.
And one thing I've seen on a lot of these videos, these girls are cutting hard. And they look like some of the most athletic girls out here.
Oh, absolutely.
These lacrosse girls are serious.
Yeah.
Especially Canandaigua and Irondequoit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they got a bunch of athletes. And you're right about cuts. Lacrosse, especially, is a lot to do with like basketball, right? They do a lot of
Right.
picks. They go hard, right? And you see a lot of lacrosse girls sometimes have like their knee braces on and stuff like that because people don't understand. You're absolutely right. They change direction very quickly and rapidly in lacrosse. So I tell people all the time we can't affect the outcome of the game. So I can't go to an official and say, "Oh, look at this play that you did. We don't agree with this." I mean, we can't change the outcome. And people swear I got the power to change the outcome of a game.
But when I'm watching those lacrosse games, you have to ask one of these kids for me. They're running down there with their stick in the hand, spinning the stick, and then somebody else chasing you, smacking the stick with a stick. Like, you can really allow your kids to play this? Bring these kids over the track. I promise you, they won't get hurt unless they do the pole vault. But what are you thinking when you're running with the stick and someo's trying to hit it? How do they get
They
free?
hit their legs, their arms, their hips, everything.
Listen,
That's why a hockey
hard.
girl is good. You know?
yeah, it was so funny because Carl Jones, that used to work here, right? So Carl, we were on the sidelines together, and Carl said, "There's this kid on the ground with the stick, and the other two kids were just like, boom, boom. Carla, we have to fight. I'm sorry. We have to fight. I'm fighting. We fighting.
Yeah, that lacrosse is serious. But I love watching these young ladies as well as the guys. They really are good athletes.
Oh, man.
They can pretty much play
lacrosse.
any sport.
Mm-hmm. I love lacrosse. So in saying that, we're gonna go to Fairport.
Before, let's give some of the Greece players their flowers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Haley Duxbury with 3 goals, 2 assists.
Yep.
Madeline Lovejoy, 2 goals, 4 assists.
Yep.
And Emma Diagardi,
yep.
3 goals, 2 assists. They played outstanding.
They did. And Fairport versus Canandaigua. This is the cancer game. So they do this every year. Fairport, Canandaigua come together, and they do the boys and the girls play back to back. And it was a cancer game. This was covered by Jake. This is 2 of the top teams in Section 5, and we have 2 Fairport games, right? Fairport, they did get the 9-6 win over Canandaigua. Brenna Goss with 2 goals, Ellie Miller with 3 goals, Bryn Castricini, she tough, 2 goals, 1 assist, 6 draw controls. Cameron DeBose with 2 goals and 4 assists. So they won that cancer game against Canandaigua. For Canandaigua, when you have a Macy Mueller, because she the truth, 3 goals, 1 assist.
She has Syracuse coming?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Lola Shore with 1 goal, Taylor Innes-Chin with 1 goal, and Kiera Giuseppe with 1 goal. This game was for a great cause. They raised a lot of money for cancer. So we always try to cover that game because they really put a lot of time in there. Fairport community do a lot of, like this weekend we're doing the cancer baseball game between Fairport and Penfield. So Fairport is really knee deep into this cause. So congratulations to Fairport girls. They got the 9-6 win over Canandaigua in that back-to-back game. So let's talk about this game. Then, last night, Penn Yan versus Fairport. Gerard, talk about this game, because this game went down.
Yeah, I mean, you talking about schools with a culture. Penn Yan is that school.
Yeah.
Powerhouse in both boys and girls lacrosse. They're a tiny school. They're Class D.
Yeah, and
they took on Fairport, which is the largest school in Section 5. And Penn Yan, it was a thriller. They came out on top, 10-9, to go up to 8-0. Fairport drops to 6-2.
Okay, so talk about Penn Yan. What I like with Coach Hansen, when they schedule Rashard, you know what they do? They schedule all up. They don't even worry about their class. They schedule all up. They playing Class A teams. They're playing Class B teams. I would say probably about 70% of the game they're just scheduling up. I mean, they're in the same class, I believe, with Pal Mac.
Okay.
I think they're in the same class as Pal Mac, Aquinas, so on and so forth. So they get prepared. They start by getting prepared for sectionals, like from day one.
Right.
That when I say a culture of lacrosse is at Penn Yan, like women give birth and then they put a stick in their hand. There's no like the next day they don't put like what do you call it the pacifier. They don't give them pacifiers. They give them little lacrosse sticks, like because every single kid can play at Penn Yan, boys and girls. So it's one of the most impressive communities, and their tradition is crazy. The boys and the girls. So this game. Wow. All we're going to say is wow.
Yeah, it's back and forth.
Back and forth.
Whole game.
Penn Yan was in the lead. They didn't lose the lead, but Fairport brought it within 1 all the time. Yeah. So talk about this. So I think it was a two goal game going into half. So go ahead, Gerard.
Yeah, and there's not really much to say.
Bailey Cooper's
got a lot to say. Yeah.
Bailey Cooper had 4 goals and an assist against Fairport.
She's really, really good.
Yeah. She's going to Clemson.
She's going to Clemson. Yeah, big time school.
Yeah, big time lacrosse school. Yep.
Yep. Ruby Berry had 2 goals. McKenna Mullins had 2 goals. Lila Henson with a goal. And Miley Anderson with a goal and an assist. And Megan Wheeler, 8 saves in the goal. This is like really a total team effort.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They spread the goals around. Who was the draw control? Was it Bailey Cooper?
Yeah, she had 6 draw controls last night, and it was kind of even though I think on draw controls between both teams because Bryn Castricini had 6 draw controls, and so did Bailey Cooper.
Those are 2 really, really good
powerhouse. Powerhouse teams they're going to be playing for. So I knew that was going to be even. So draw controls was not where they're going to win. They were going to win in the goal, right? And their goalie had to make some saves. For Fairport, Ellie Miller had 1 goal. Cameron Harbour with 3 goals. Maya Christian with 4 goals, and Bryn Castricini finished off with 6 draw controls. Penn got some tough games coming up, though. They got some tough games. They got to play Penfield.
Penfield won states, right? Last year?
And Penfield just knocked off Victor last night.
Yeah.
And they also got to play around the court. So next week, the 26th, when's the 26th? Monday? I don't even know when the 26th is.
Sunday, isn't it? Monday's the 27th.
Oh, Sunday's the 26th?
26. They're playing on a Sunday?
Sunday? I got to see that. I got to double check
no
that.
excuses. Everybody come out. You said it's Penn.
Penn Penfield. I got to see the date, make sure the date is right on that. It says 26 on that. I might be wrong. But their next couple games, they got Penfield and they got around the court.
They don't shy away from anybody.
That's what I try to tell you.
Let me ask you this, though. Have you noticed, like, Canandaigua, Penn, Arundicoit, all of these teams that are dominant are coming from communities where it's a family, it's just a tradition of families coming up.
Yep.
Do you think that gives them an advantage, being that these kids all grow up like Fairport basketball? Scott, he's at the Little League games in 6th grade, 5th grade. So does that help their teams when they're getting older?
It has to.
Yeah, it has to.
It has to.
I think that's true in most sports. I mean, wrestling is a family thing. Basketball is a family thing.
I think, but what I think what Shard is saying is in those small communities.
When
you talk about small communities, all the girls will if one person plays lacrosse, they all play lacrosse,
and that's got to be an advantage because you grow up like Ant was playing literally when he was 9 months old.
But if you think about it, think of how many different, starting at that YMCA league, to his Boys and Girls Club leagues, to he's played with so many different kids. But all these kids play together
with the same kids
every year, moving on and on. And I hate to keep bringing them up. Williamson.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Their soccer team, their girls soccer team wins it all. Then the whole team's on the track team. They win it all. Then they split track and flag football. They win it all.
Yeah.
Like these small communities, is it something to...
In the interview, she actually said that.
Now that I'm
thinking back, second grade.
Yeah.
She said, I wouldn't want to do this. Now that you brought that up, Rashard, she actually said that in the interview.
Yeah.
She said, I wouldn't want to be doing this with anybody else. We've been doing this together since we were in second grade. And she's a senior. See? So, yeah, so you're absolutely right.
They stick through it to the
they don't play with there's no, at least in bigger communities, this person might play on this AAU team, that person might play on that for basketball, but in that community, they stick together for the whole time. Yeah, that has to give an advantage. Yeah. That has to.
I just want to jump off topic a little, but it's kind of on topic, because we covered youth wrestling.
Listen, go ahead, talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got some time.
I couldn't. I felt bad because every kid who lost left the mat crying. You know?
Every kid.
Yeah.
We were there last Sunday.
There was a kid getting pinned, and as she getting pinned, she's crying. I'm like,
Gerard, shut off the camera.
I said,
Gerard, shut off the camera.
And that's a boy dad?
Yes.
Come on, Anthony can't be your son.
He said, I couldn't record it. I was like, it's a part of the game.
Yeah, but I felt so bad. I think that's a sport, probably more than anything, where kids drop out when they're like 5 years old.
They're like, I ain't doing this no more.
But do you ever see the videos on social media with the dad and he's cheering for his son and the little girl's pinning the little boy and he's like, how do you, as a father, what do you say to your son? He comes to the side, he's got, like the wrestling girl, they can beat boys in Section 5.
Well, we had one that on Sunday.
Oh my God!
This girl, her name is Smoke.
Smoke. Her last
name.
Honor Smoke.
Honor Smoke. She's
Buffalo.
from the reservation. She's from the Tomahawk, whatever. She's from a reservation from Buffalo. So the moment Gerard and I saw her, before she even wrestled, just her warm up, I said, "This girl, she looked different. She's 11." And she's going against the boys, and then the boys are across looking at her like, oh, snap. The way she was like, she was just warming up.
I was about to leave, but then I saw her like getting ready.
Warmed up.
I said, she looked like she about to beat this dude.
She pinned every boy.
What?
Not only did she beat him, she pinned him. She pinned one boy in like 13 seconds. I barely got the video up. 13 seconds, he ran off crying. His mom and dad over there, it's okay, baby, it's okay. I said, that's why he got pinned. Stop beating him.
There she goes. That passion coming
Girl,
out.
man. She's like national though. She's like
she's a national.
she's
So
sports-
she was the first. She's the youngest athlete to ever appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, and she was on the Tamron Hall show. So, and I asked her in my interview, how did you pick up the sport? And she said, we went to like a YMCA and there was 4 options. She could do this sport, that sport, that sport. And she said, there was no other girls. I just wanted to do that. So she's born probably tough, right? And she said, I just picked it and I started learning it. Then I realized I'm better than the boys. I said, okay, sis, I see you.
Don't give me tumbling. I don't want gymnastics. I want wrestling. But did she have any brothers that were there?
she's the oldest. She has 3 younger
Oh my
brothers
God.
and all of them wrestle.
I thought she was going to be the youngest.
No, she's the oldest, and she got them into it. She said that's one of the
Really?
questions I asked her. Yeah. So I mean, you know, Gerard is right. Like it's tough to watch them, but when you see a girl like that, and you see that she just picked it up by accident, and her being so dominant, I love seeing stuff like that. Great interview with her. It's on my page, so make sure you guys check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Thomas versus Spencerport. Wow. Okay, so Thomas versus Spencerport. Thomas took a 5-3 lead at the half. Kathy Fitch with 4 goals. I don't know if she's related to Scott Fitch because I know he got some nieces and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
Bryn Becker with 1 goal. Molly Slack with 1 goal, 2 assists. Lila Uko, I think that's how you say her name, with 1 goal. Morgan Weber with 9 saves in goal. Olivia Bottini with a goal. For Spencerport, Ava Pittman with 2 goals and an assist. Joey Soretto with 1 goal. Brooke Endress, we all know Brooke's name. She used to play soccer with 1 goal, and Paige Corradine also with a goal. Thomas came up with the win. Thomas flag football, Thomas lacrosse. They have a lot of athletes girl athletes at Webster Thomas. A lot of girl athletes. Yeah. Okay, so Canandaigua versus, we're gonna go some boys across now. Canandaigua versus Fairport boys across. Listen.
Wait. I think we're behind. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Canandaigua. So this is a cross-out cancer game, right? So when I talk about Canandaigua and you talk about Fairport boys lacrosse, first of all, I like the pink. I like the pink jerseys, right? I like the pink jerseys. Canandaigua suffered some close losses this season, right? They lost to Irondequoit in overtime.
Yeah.
They lost to JD by 1 goal. This prepared them to hold off a very, very good Fairport team, okay? Yeah. Both teams were tied 4-4 at the half. Fairport took the lead 7-5 at the end of the third. Canandaigua scored 3 goals in the fourth. The defense for Fairport, all they had to do, that Canandaigua had to do, was hold up. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we were at that game. Yeah. And it was a back and forth game.
Real good game.
Oh, the defense for Canandaigua held up in them last couple of minutes.
They held them to no goals. They held them scoreless.
Yep.
In the fourth quarter.
Ryan McKeegan with 2 assists. London Mortier with 2 goals. He's a freshman. Marshall Bolser with 2 goals. AJ Sturman with 1 goal, 1 assist. Patrick O'Vaney with 2 goals, 1 assist. Zach Hoffman also with a goal. For Fairport, Carter Mitchell with 1 goal, 1 assist. Marco Provenzano, I believe he's a wrestler. 2 goals, 1 assist. Grant Ralston with a goal, and Ryan Pretty also with a goal. Yes, I got to go back one because I missed the Penfield versus Victor girls game. Yeah. So Sean, this is why you got good producers because he's flexible. He's going like, okay, Karen, you missed the game. We're going to go right back to the state champions, Battle of the State Champions. Penfield Victor. Penfield got the 9-6 victory over Victor. Let me first talk about Victor's another community that boys and girls are powerhouses when it comes down to lacrosse. Siblings play this game. Cousins play this game, right? So Victor is now 7-3. Penfield is now 6-3. Both of these teams are, one sectionals, go to regional states. They're a battle of 2 powerful teams. The last 3 times they met, though, guess what? Victor have won. Mm-hmm. The last 3 times they met, Penfield said, you coming to our home? We on it today. Lexi Corcoran with 2 goals. Regan Circle with 2 goals. And this is Olivia Lanning. You used to teach her mom, Gerard.
Okay.
Yeah. You used to teach her mom. Well, if you call it teaching, I mean, whatever you used to do when you were at School of the Arts. I don't know what you used to do. We call it teaching with no lesson plan. Olivia Lanning with 2 goals. Jordan Russ Musson with 1 goal, 3 assists. She earned her 200th career goal last night. Jake covered this game. And my girl, Karis Hand, she got hands.
Yep.
Her brother's a goalie. She's a goalie. She had 9 saves. She's one of the best in Section 5. And you have to be going against Victor. Lila Kubrick of Victor, 6 draw controls for her, 3 goals. Megan O'Brien with 4 assists. Mackenzie Anderson with 1 goal. Gianna Hedden with 1 goal and 1 assist. Penfield came up with the win. But trust and believe.
9-6.
Trust and believe. You're talking about 2 big powerhouses in lacrosse. All right, now we're gonna go to some baseball game. Gerard, you covered this game. Talk about this game. Penfield versus Brighton.
Yeah, Penfield came out on top 7-1. Early in the game, first inning, that sun was messing around with them. There was like 2 or 3 pop flies that wound up they couldn't find it, and Penfield took advantage. They scored 4 runs in the first inning. They added another 2 in the second, and got outstanding pitching from Anderson Carnival. He had 5 innings pitched, allowed no runs, 3 strikeouts, and he faced 20 batters.
Well, first and foremost,
did he have a no-hitter?
He had a no-hitter.
He had a no-hitter in 5 innings.
In 5 innings, and he faced 20 batters. That's really, really good stats, right? Is it Denecki? He had 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Belliard with 1 hit, 1 RBI. Is it Scazzaro with 2 runs and an RBI, right?
Mark Luciano, 2 for 3.
They lost a close one last night to Rush Henrietta. They went all the way down into the 7th inning, and they lost a very close one, 4-3 against Rush Henrietta. Rush Henrietta is actually pretty good this year in baseball, so they're really, really good. So that was a good matchup between Penfield and Brighton. Penfield came up with a 7-0. They shut them out. They shut out Brighton. Yo, have you been to the Penfield field yet, Rashard?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's one them and Churchill Chili baseball have the best in Section 5.
Yeah.
The best.
By far.
Not even close.
They've been doing construction for so long over there. It looks amazing now. They're finally finished with the whole campus now.
Yeah, it looks really, 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 really good. So I just wanted to acknowledge that beautiful field. Yeah. Beautiful field.
Now
so
if Penfield could only expand their gym a little bit.
They got one of the smallest gyms in Section 5.
For the size of the school, yeah.
Yeah, the basketball, they only got one side.
Oh,
There's only one. They don't have a second side.
Right.
They only got one side.
Well, they did so much outside this year. They got a new track.
Yeah, they need to expand. I don't know if they could, if there's room to even knock it down to move it to the other side. There's no room, right? They're stuck with that, right?
Yes,
they didn't expect them. They didn't expect them to be that
people, good. Blame them when your taxes go up. They're trying to get a gym now. Of
they're
course.
state champions, though.
Yeah, you're right.
They're a basketball school now. They're a basketball.
And they don't have bleachers on the baselines either.
Oh yeah.
And they have a huge hole in the middle of the 2 stands. Yeah.
So now,
sorry, man.
Sorry, Penfield.
Yeah, so if you need some consultation, Gerard's ready to sit down and help you design a new gym.
It only costs you $20
million. We want a dome, right? We want a carrier dome in Penfield.
It's for the kids.
To lower the taxes in Webster, we'll go to Penfield and build.
All right, now we got Coach Johnson said, baby. So you were at the Webster Invitational this week?
Yes,
Let's
Webster.
talk about it.
First, I want to thank Webster for always welcoming Primetime. The coaching staff is great. They're yelling at everybody to get off the mud. They never yelled at us. But if you see that Aiden Bryant, he's been coming out. He's been on the track. So last couple of years, he's won the field. He's on the track now in Savannah and Fairport. They won the 4x100. Savannah did amazing in the 100. She brought back one of the Section 5 leading times right now. So Savannah, shout out to Savannah. She's a soccer girl, and she's just always competing hard, you know. But Fairport, they're building a really good team at Fairport. This is a girl right here. She's a lacrosse. Oh my God, her name slips. She's a dual sport athlete, lacrosse athlete. Runs the 400 hurdles. There's Amir. She's the Aquinas athlete that plays flag football and does track. So they're doing 2 sports this season. 2 sports.
Yeah, wow.
Corning came up. They brought Sealy. She's going to University of Pitt. She won the long jump, the 200 and the 100 hurdles. Going to University of Pitt to be a multi-athlete. Wow. Amazing young lady. She's so humble. Just a lot of great athletes were there at the Webster Invitational. They hosted, and you know they're hosting states this year. outdoor
wow.
states for track.
Wow.
So
Oh,
to
that's
see
easy
that
for you
track,
now. Good
yeah,
for
easy.
you.
I don't have to drive. But so many good athletes were there. But one of my favorite athletes, I have to shout her out. Her 7th grader, Clark
Talk about her.
LaShawn.
Yeah.
Talk about her.
The coach introduced me to her early. As soon as I got there, she said, "You got to meet this young lady. She's a state record holder in the 7th grade." So I look at her, I'm talking to her like, "So what are you going to do for me? You going to show out?" First event, she goes out and breaks the state record in the 400 meters.
Wow.
Out of 40 athletes, she took 28th racing against the other athletes
In a wheelchair.
in the wheelchair. They call it a racer. Don't get
Okay.
into it. They call it a racer.
Oh, my
She-
bad. I don't want to offend nobody.
Yeah,
okay.
she came out and but what was the most exciting part about her is her smile. She just smiled the entire time. Usually the athletes in the racer, they're getting helped across the track. She's rolling in the mud. She's not even worried about it. And she comes back out, she does the 800 meters. Everyone's cheering for her, but she's flying. I mean,
That's a lot on your arms.
a lot on your
Yeah.
She's so
After
strong.
doing the 400?
Yep.
Wow.
Then she did the 800. She came out, finished. I said, I was about to leave. She said, I got one more race. She ran the 200. She rolled the 200, and she came back and she broke the state record again. So 3 state records.
Wow. And
Wow.
you said they do it, she does it in the first lane. She goes against the regular runners.
The regular
She's
runners.
going against the other athletes, but she's in lane 1, the tightest curves, and she has to roll the whole time. And she stays in her lane. It was so impressive to watch her. If you ever get a chance to go to one of Fairport's dual meets or even one of the invitationals, she's going to be something to look forward to. Shout out to her coach. He was in the Paralympics. Right now, I think her 400 time may be 108. And the national record is 103.
Wow.
Wow.
And only 7th grader.
In 7th grader.
She's only going to get stronger.
Only going to get stronger. In fact, and her coach is they're running around, cheering her on. The whole team's cheering her on. The Fairport community in their sports, they really stick together. I love talking to this young lady. Whenever you get a chance, I told her you were going to come talk to her.
Listen, she got, when you did the story on her, she got Rachel's attention from here. Rachel saw it on my platform, and Rachel says, "Can we get the video?" And she was like the athlete of the day on Monday on Channel 8. So, first and foremost, like we're doing Unified today. Like we're doing Unified today because it's important to us to value all athletes in Section 5. I think that's something we do very, very well. We recognize that every athlete is their own person. So not only is there a story where she breaks 3 records, she has 3 now state records, right? But didn't she have 1 record and she broke 1? Like she had what, like 111 in one time and brought down to 108 or something?
So she already broke the records during the week
and then
at
came
one of
back
the
and-
league
Wow.
meets and came back. So with track athletes, a lot of coaches are upset that they have to do dual meets during the week, and then you want your kid to come back on a Saturday and do a high performance again.
Wow.
So she was able to do a high performance during the week on Wednesday and come back and do it on Saturday. But I'm telling you, she's going to do it again and again. She will break those records again.
Yeah, 'cause she chopped 3 seconds off in a few days.
Yeah.
And she's 5 seconds away from the record as a 7th grader. Oh, yeah, she's going to get it.
And think
Sorry, do you think that she might be a Paralympic hopeful?
Yes, whatever we can do as a community to back this young lady, to help with her training, to help with
gotta be
better
expensive.
racers. Those chairs that they're racing
It's like
in are
$15,000, $20,000.
Yes. So whatever we
Yo.
can do.
Those wheels are at an angle. Those are the,
They're like $20,000, and they don't last for more than like a couple of years, right? Or like a
Right,
year.
right.
Oh
They-
wow!
These
So-
medical companies, man.
They make money off
shit,
these
Ashamed
people.
of themselves.
Yeah,
We
but-
need to definitely get behind this young lady because, like I said, that's 5 seconds off the national record.
Yeah.
And
That's
as a 7th
crazy.
grader. So whatever she needs, if we could get her some memberships to the gyms that can help strengthen her, I would love to speak to her coach.
Wow.
Her Paralympic, because he was in the Paralympics. I'm going to look at the video again and get his name, but bringing her on and her family is just as humble as her. They just smile and just embrace it. Everything she does, you start off clapping because she's in the wheelchair. But by the time she rolls by you, you're cheering.
Yeah.
It's not just, it's not a sympathy.
It's not a
give it
pity.
to me. You got this.
Yeah.
You expect her to go fast. And I love her coaches. Her coaches brought her straight to me before she even got on the track. Said she's going to do something special. And I asked her, are you worth the price of admission? And she smiled at me and said, yes.
I am worth it.
Yeah, I'm worth it. But a couple other people, Charisma from Batavia.
Westcott, right?
Yep, she came out and broke her school record in the 400. So now she has like the 300, the 55, the 4x2, the 4x4. She's added the 400. She's an amazing runner. Paris from UPrep came out, won the long jump. Aiden, his triple jump, he just 2 steps and he jumped 48 feet.
That's crazy. That's so
What
crazy.
do you
to
think
me.
about, I gotta remember Michaela. She also runs for Fairport. But what do you think about an Aiden Bryant? And one thing I want to say, since we've started Primetime, Wayne Finger Lakes has brought us in with open arms.
Oh, absolutely.
But to have people like Hannah from Wayne Finger Lakes and Aiden and all the other great small, the Pinyan young lady, what do you think about those kids and their what they brought to the Primetime Award show? And people like Aiden with 6 awards.
6 awards, like Hannah Governor had 5, right? What I found is that the small schools are more dominant for our elite awards as far as repetitive. Ibrahim Ford, this was his 4th. And I'm not gonna jinx it, but Aiden Bryant, more than likely, it's hard to beat him for the outdoor.
Yeah.
So he's had 6.
And he would win if he was in the large schools category.
And that's the thing.
Because he's a
that
national.
Wayne Finger
champion.
Lakes actually right now in track and field, and if you notice, like Pinyan, these small schools are doing better against the large schools.
Yeah.
So like Wayne Finger Lakes, they're leading in most of the track events. With the
Why do you think that is? Is this their programs? What's the difference?
Well, I think it's because Wayne Finger Lakes brought Primetime in, but but I don't know these. It's not the same where large schools are just dominating, and like you said, the teams. Like this week, we're going to Churchville's Invitational.
Yep.
Before East Rochester or Williamson, they would go to Sodus's Invitational. Now they want to go and compete against the best,
the best
to prepare them, the same as Pinyan's lacrosse team. I think it's just going against better competition, getting better coaching. You got Aiden, he's helping all of the kids in Section 5. I mean, in the Wayne Finger Lakes and jumps. So when you have somebody like that, and
because you're going to get better, train better, harder, to try to beat him.
Yeah.
He's going to push you.
Yeah.
Hannah Governor is going to push you, right?
Yeah.
Madison Story, they're going to push you to your limits. I see what you're saying.
And let's also mention Aiden Bryant is going to Princeton.
Yes.
Princeton. But when you see him, like even at the award show, he was not acting cocky. Like,
No,
he doesn't-
never.
Like, Princeton doesn't walk around like I'm going to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Princeton walks around humble.
Yeah.
He's just the happiest kid in the world. Aiden really appreciates all of this more than anyone else. He doesn't care about the accolades. He wants to see everybody do great.
Yeah.
And I love that about these small school kids.
Gerard, when he walks in, so first of all, let me first say this. When we go to track, I'm so overly stimulated because there's so much going. When Shar can't go to track, I get like anxiety. I don't know how you do it. Like I get anxiety attacks when I have to go to track because there's so many things going on. We go to track, and that's the only event I'll go to. Oh, Coach Johnson's not here. Like, dang. Well, dang, he's like a rock star at track, Gerard.
Yeah, he is.
And that's how
rightfully
Aiden, but
so.
that's Aiden. Aiden can walk around.
No, that's
the kids
you
are really
too.
pointing him out. And think about it. We were at that show how long? From 6 to 9 o'clock by the time you got done with pictures. And the last 2 people to get their picture
Was
with
him.
you guys
And he was patient.
Aiden and Hannah. You guys have 6 and 5 awards. You know how it goes. Why wouldn't they? But they just sat there just as humble. Hannah's dad, he's an official. He told me a story at the award show. He got into officiating because they wouldn't let parents in during COVID. Remember her daughter. His daughter was good as
other
well.
governor, yep.
So he got into it
Just
so he could watch it.
I like that though. That's a great story.
That's
Great
a
story.
girl
That's
dad,
a
right?
great, that's a great
girl
story.
dad.
I
You
like
gonna
that.
have my 2 girls in there running without me. But he's the most humble person. He speaks to everyone. I'm talking to his wife. I'm like, he's talked to everybody. He does what Gerard does.
Mr.
He
Mayor.
walks around
I
and
talk to
talks to
everybody.
everybody. While y'all sit there like, come on, can we?
That's definitely me. Gerard is Mr. Personality, Mr. Mayor. Talk to everybody, shake everybody's hand, kiss the babies. I'm in the car. I'll see you in the car.
So last 2 things before we switch to more baseball, to lacrosse. There's 2 track meets this weekend. There's the Attica Invitational on Friday night. Attica's a little far, but it's a great track meet. Attica hosts a really good meet, and some couple food trucks outside are some of the best. Can't remember the names right now. I know Coach is going to text me. And then Saturday is one of the biggest meets in Rochester, the His and Hers meet at Churchville.
Churchville, yeah.
They host a great meet. They hand out a Trent Jackson Award for the 100 meters.
We went there last year.
And a Cedric Walker Award for the 400 meters.
Great that they keep honoring them.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to let you 2 know that you have to be at the Flower City track meet hosted by Rush Henrietta. Coach DeMay, he's made it a 2-day event. I'll get you the exact date. But for everybody in track and field, if you could, a lot of school records are going down this year.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you break a school record or anytime you break a meet record, please inbox if I'm not there and let us know
Inbox
you
the
broke
account.
that record.
Yeah.
And lastly, Arkport, I'm putting you on notice. You got 2 athletes going Division I. I want you to hold a college signing day. I'll let them announce where they're going.
Arkport, Kennesaga, right?
Yeah.
So Arkport is way like an hour and a half away.
And I'm gonna
they're
go.
They're a tiny school. They got 2 D1
2
track
D1.
meets.
Yes, my girl's
That's
going to
huge.
Long Island.
That's
and
huge.
Ibrahim, he's going to Cornell.
Yes, he is going to
run,
Cornell.
yes.
Yeah, Ibrahim was on our show Tuesday.
Yeah, so we
That's
need
a big
to.
deal. They better celebrate that.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate them whenever the next
What? I
signing
might
day.
have to drive to
Yeah,
Arkport.
I'll do
that's
that
big.
for sure.
They probably got 5 kids in their senior class. No, just joking. But
It's a small school,
It's a
though.
small school.
Yeah,
small
Yeah,
community.
it's one of the small schools in Section 5, and they got 2 going Division 1.
They don't care if you go, as long as it's Sean goes.
Yeah, well, we already know. See, in track and field, I know where I stand. Right? I know.
Oh, she
Charlotte-
sends those messages immediately. This person signing, you gotta get there.
Yeah,
so.
like this because they want to see him. You know, I mean, you've built, Sharp, you've done very well. You build relationships, especially with the small schools. You have built relationship with these kids. You know all the kids, the small schools. You know their brothers, their siblings. You know, and that's what it's all about. And you've really, you've built Primetime to the part where track and field got its own piece, right? A part of Primetime, and we're really appreciative with just all the time that you put in, and so are these communities.
Well,
these ADs and superintendents love you. They do.
Well,
They do.
since we're shouting out ADs, I do want to say Rush Henrietta, all of their sports have been definitely going up.
That's my guy.
I hated to lose Owns. The
That's
AD
my guy.
over at Rush Henrietta,
my guy.
Jeff Owns, he's one of the best. He's a
Yes.
Victor parent, but he's over at Rush, and he takes it to heart.
Yes.
And he's at
Lot of
every
pride.
event.
Yes.
He'll spend his whole Saturday
Yeah.
going from different event to different event. So shout out to Rush
Shout out,
Henrietta
shout out.
and Coach Jeff
I've got a
Owens.
really good relationship.
And they host a lot of different sectionals.
Sectionals,
Yeah.
state,
And all kinds
yeah.
of
Wrestling this past year, they're willing, and there's a surprise coming. They're gonna have a little surprise, a primetime thing. We're gonna talk about that. we can't give it up yet. He asked us about doing something with primetime at Rush Henrietta. We ain't gonna announce it yet. We're gonna allow them to announce it, but something big coming. Primetime and Rush Henrietta are teaming up. Next basketball season, but we're gonna let Jeff announce that. But it's
That's
only
my guy.
That's my guy.
That's my guy.
All right, let's get to Gerard's pick. So Gerard's pick.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the flag football with Webster Thomas.
Okay, so Webster Thomas is Gerard's pick.
Yeah.
And you see Jazzy right there?
That girl.
You see that girl right
'Cause
there?
I was on the sideline. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody just loves her. She's such a talent.
She dives
Yeah.
for the flag.
Yeah.
She don't care about her.
She has some
dives for the flag.
big sacks. Yeah.
Nevaeh Jackson is one of the top in Section 5. She leads leading Section 5 in flag pulls.
Yep.
Olivia Bamilje, they got Olivia Zizzo.
Oh, and Kylie.
Kylie
yeah,
Gregory.
she's tough. Yeah.
She's tough. She
That's
got her
a great
shades
catch
on.
right there.
So the entire Webster Thomas flag football team, they are still undefeated at 7-0. They're
That's
not 8-0 because they just played last night.
Okay.
You are. Go ahead. They're your pick.
They are Gerard's pick.
Congratulations, Webster Thomas. And my pick is something different. My pick is the entire winners for winter sports. They're my pick because, you know, what Rashard was talking about, the time that people put in. These kids are the best. We only pick one.
The best.
We pick one.
Yeah.
We pick one. We're not like, you know, there's no like top 10, top 15. We pick one and one only, right? And these are the best in Section 5. So I'm just going to shout out some of the names. Ryan Camardi of Aquinas Hockey. He was our Hockey Player of the Year. Molly Mayer. Webster Schrader was our Girls Hockey Player of the Year. Girls Hockey just became its own sport a couple years ago. Indoor Field, that's Richard helped to select some of these. Lydia Shalo of Penyan. Avery Brunner of Pittsford Mendon was the girls' indoor field. Citizen Award was Jillian Pagano. What a something special. I want to really honor her. We got 1.5 minutes left in this segment. She is, talk about this one, about Jillian Pagano. She's the one that, the cheerleader.
Yeah, she's a cheerleader. She came up with an idea to bring cheerleaders to sports that you generally don't see cheerleaders in. We went to a hockey game. All the cheerleaders were in their outfits with their pom-poms rooting them on. Went to a swim meet. They was doing the same thing. And that's just something different.
It's called Warrior for Warrior program, where warriors support other warriors. So she was our Citizen of the Year because as cheerleaders, you're bringing. She said we're going to go to the sporting event that nobody goes to.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I love that.
I'm sure that's going to catch on with other
I
schools.
hope other schools do it. I do.
I also thanked Jackson Green
Yeah.
for getting MVP of sectionals and states
To make it easier.
for basketball because there were 5 candidates. We didn't know who to pick.
So after he won MVP of both, then for bowling, Tiffany McCarthy of Fairport, Lydia Tuddy of Bloomfield, boys swimming and diving, Owen Ravenmacher of Naples, and Ian Miller of McQuaid. Dominant.
That was a close one too. Yeah.
And AJ Orr was our girls basketball large school. Sophia Folletti, her and her dad won. Her dad was the coach of the year, and Miss Folletti was our basketball small school player of the year. And Jameer Johnson, little baby Shaq, from that's nephew right there from Lions, was our small school, and Jackson Green was our large school. But shout out to Coach. I'm going to end this. Coach Ellis is the man from Penfield boys basketball, was our male coach of the year. And that's all, folks. Congratulations to all our winners. You guys are Gerard's and Karen's pick. I'm going to put Gerard in this one because he helped to pick. Thank you, guys. That's all, folks.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.